Well, we're excited to host, needless to say. The team is, I think really, our team is all about team anyway. I know cross country is a team sport, but there are a lot of people that look at it individually. And, you know, most of the workouts that we've done have kind of accented the fact that this is your backyard and you don't want people coming in taking your lunch money, that kind of a thing. It plays really well into the type of kids we have too, because there's a huge amount of pride attached to the tradition of cross country. In fact, yesterday I was telling them to visualize that finish line and how different it's going to look on Saturday, you know, with people on either side and the cheers, and what a proud moment it is for the college. And well, the women's team this year is, I think the best way to describe them would be mature. You know, sometimes you have young talent. We have a lot of young talent with a mature racing savvy. I mean, Nicole and Aisha and Lexi and Alex Camaldo, the seniors, the leadership is phenomenal. They're poised, I guess is a good way to describe them. And they're poised without a swag. I don't think they've ever gotten comfortable being, you know, highly ranked in the conference, because they know how futile that can be. So we, you know, keep our goals high, and every team in the conference has one or two people that are extremely good. We're just fortunate enough to have the depth. And our team is much better collectively than they are individually, and they know they need each other for that. So there's a lot of poise in that. I don't feel as though they're racing each other just to get a position on the team. We always say you have to push and you have to pull. There's some days that you're just being pulled along, and there's other days you have to take that leadership and push other people. And they're just a very mature, poised group. They're so determined, you can just feel it. It's a quiet, simmering determination, which is a gift to me, because some years my women's team has been a lot of work. Some years my guys' team has been a lot of work, meaning convincing them how good they are, or letting them know, you know, you're good, but you know what, maybe not that good. This group is, yeah, they're just a cool group of ladies, and I think they're ready to do some big things personally.
Going into NE-10s is just kind of like staying confident in our abilities, because obviously the training we've done to this point has prepared us really well for conferences. So I think just staying confident in our training and staying healthy and trying to keep everything as close to normal as possible. If we could win NE-10s every time I've been here, that would be really cool. I guess the thing that Coach always says is you don't want to be the first team to lose. So hopefully that isn't the case for us. I hope it won't be, but I have a lot of confidence in our girls. I think we can get it done. Or I definitely think we have the ability to get it done. Yeah, the freshmen are finally coming out of their shells, it seems, and they're starting to get more confident in their transition, because sometimes it is scary, like changing from your high school program to a college one. So it's like a lot of them now are starting to really get like comfortable, and they're like, hey, like I'm just as good as some of these older girls. So you're starting to see that more, which is good. I think we'll see more of it at conferences too, so I'm excited. So just to maintain the work that we've done and just kind of run through NE-10s and run strong still, but keep in mind that we have bigger goals ahead of us as well.
On the men's side, we have a young team, and even some of the guys that are, you know, sophomores or juniors are don't have a wealth of experience. In other words, we have Lucas Taxter, who is a sophomore, but he's a freshman for us on paper. So we've brought him along very slowly. So even though he's poised and he's running remarkably well, it's amazing to see this young group of guys like pulling together and kind of making it happen for themselves. Again, leadership's key. Anybody who doesn't know how important leadership is. You know, we always say Rich and I are the mother and father of track and field and cross country, and these older brothers and sisters that these younger kids are looking up to are the bomb. They really are, like Joe Santo and Dan Nolan, are incredible. And Tyler Hensler, there's nobody with more like fire in them than them. And they run a tight ship. Our biggest thing is you have to be all in. And cross country is really a lifestyle. The only way they're going to do really well is to run as a team. And that doesn't mean we all hold hands and run through the course together, but it does mean that you have to do your job, as Belichick would say, and each one of them knows what that job is, and I'm sure they're ready to take it pretty seriously.
We got to start the season off at home, which is a really cool experience for a lot of us. Most of us have never raced here. Actually, no one's raced here. So not something that happens too often in college cross country. So that was a lot of fun for everyone, just to get our feet wet at home in front of a lot of our friends and family. And since then, we've had a decent number of meets. Most people have really started to step up. The team is kind of rounding out. We can see who's going to be contributing factors this year. We've gotten a lot of really good experience for what's a pretty young team this year, and hoping to carry that into this weekend. We always go into a conference championship hoping to win, and this year's no different. We think we have a very legitimate shot at that, but doing it at home is something really special. To win here would be incredible, and even just hosting a conference championship is something that very few people actually get to experience. It only comes around once every 6 or 7 years in cross country to host at home. So it's something we're really, really looking forward to. I think the atmosphere is going to be awesome, and being at home is just going to make it that much more fun. You never know how it's going to shape up for sure, but I think it's not out of the question to crack the top 10 this year. We've got a plan going into this weekend for everyone, and I'm no different. I've got a plan that I'm supposed to be working. We'll see where that puts me, but if I follow it, I think we'll be pretty close. Being a senior hosting a conference championship is going to be a really, really cool experience. I think we have so many friends, family, alumni that'll be back. I mean, we're expecting to see most of the people we've run with over the past 4 years that have graduated, and so many the people we live with will be out, people we have classes with. It's going to be a really special experience.
The training is a huge part in cross-country. Conditioning is instrumental. I mean, you can get your athletes in great shape, but they have to be in great shape at the right time. And there's that fine line for, for one person, they might be able to handle this, and for another person it's that. So you're trying to individualize their conditioning at the same time as you're getting them prepared to peak at the right time. So I think every other week works out really well during the championship season, so you can get some good training in without having to recover from all these races. With that said, it's also important that they learn how to race. So the young team, men's team, we wanted to teach them how to race because they had such limited experience, a lot of them. So that was my biggest challenge this year. How many races will make sense? It's not going to fry them, versus I don't want to under-race them and they don't know what to do. So I think the last 2 weeks the training has shifted a little bit different for the women. We're still in high volume mode because we have women that are experienced and can handle it. With the men, it ebbs and flows. We sort of high up the volume and then pull it back into intensity. So as a coach, like any other coach, you make a play and you hope it works. That's how it is in cross country. You have to trust the fact that you believe in what you do, and I trust the fact that we've trained really well, and I trust the cast of characters that's going to handle the race. And now if they trust each other, I think they'll pleasantly surprise a lot of people.